We shall assemble on the mountain. We shall assemble at the throne with humble hearts into His presence. We bring an offering of song, glory and honor and dominion unto the Lamb, unto the Oh, hallelujah, hallelujah. We sing the song of the redeemed. And at the end of our journey, we shall bow down on bended knee, and with the angels up in heaven, we all shall sing eternally. Glory and honor and dominion unto the Lamb, unto the King. Oh, hallelujah, hallelujah. We sing the song of the unto the Lamb, unto the King. Oh, hallelujah, hallelujah. We sing the song of the redeemed.
Morning. So today's scriptures come from Philippians chapter 2, verses 1 to 4. Therefore, if you have any encouragement from being united with Christ, if any comfort from His love, if any common sharing in the Spirit, if any tenderness and compassion, then make my joy complete by being like-minded, having the same love, being one in spirit and of one mind. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility value others above yourselves. Not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interest of the others. So let's pray. Eu só queria agradecer a Deus por esse wonderful break we had, em que muitos de nós conseguimos ir para casa, ver nossos familiares, em que muitos de nós conseguimos descansar e voltar fortes para esse final de semestre. Só quero agradecer também pela oportunidade de estar estudando, o que não muitos de nós têm essa oportunidade hoje em dia. Eu só peço que você fique conosco durante essa semana, até o final do semestre, para que nós conseguimos dar o nosso melhor todo dia. Amém.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? All right,
Yes.
there we go. Well, guys, I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving and spent a lot of time with your loved ones and family and gained about 40 pounds like I did. We had about 20-something players over. It was a great time. But before I continue here, I just want to, it was forgotten to put on the announcements, but give a shout out to the women's basketball for winning over the weekend. Happy wife, happy life. Gotcha. All right. So this week, in chapel, we'll be having students talking about character and why is it important. For today, I want to give you my perspective on character and what it means to me. But let me tell you about one of my favorite movies. Who's seen Bronx Tales? Bronx Tale? My wife, and that's it? Other two? Good? All right. It's not that popular, but to me it stuck to me because the movie's about the mafia, the Italian mafia in Bronx, New York. So in the beginning of the movie, they're introducing the characters from the movie, from the mafia, to this young kid. So they always they say the first name, and then they say a second name. Not like the last name, but a second name. Let me give you an example. So there's Johnny the Well, that he was so big that even his shadow killed the cat. Okay? And then there's Eddie the Mush. He had no luck at all, that everything he touched, it turned to mush. If it wasn't for bad luck, he wouldn't have no luck at all. Crazy. And then Jimmy the Whisperer. Everything to him was a secret. So when he talked, he had to whisper. So to help you a better understanding of this second name, guys, I came up with the second name for some of our staff. Let's start with Coach Carver. Track and cross country, you guys will appreciate this. In my opinion, Carver, the motivator. When he starts talking, into his words, he gets fired up, he starts sweating, he starts getting red, next thing you know, bang! We're running 1,000 miles in 20 minutes. Coach Wolf, is he here? Coach Wolf? Okay. If you don't know him, he's the baseball team, a baseball coach. Coach Wolf? Coach Wolf, the legend. The guy been here over 100 years as a head coach. His program been top 25 in the nation. I don't know how many years in the world. And every time I see him, Wolf, the legend. When I grow up, I just want to be like you, my friend. And then there's Jerry Stark. Jerry Stark, he's the vice president if you don't know. But to me, Stark, the boss. Because when he hired me, he was my boss. He still is. And now, how can we forget Dennis? The last one here. Because if not, believe it or not, if you like it or not, everybody has a second and third name here. But let's finish with Dennis line. When I have recruits in, I introduce Dennis, the Godfather. Because when I first got hired, I see Dennis walk around, people talking to him, but the first thing I say, hey Dennis, can you do me a favor? Hey Dennis, do you know this guy? Do you know this lady? I'm telling you, you should be the mayor of York. Like I said, if you like it or not, everybody has a second name here. I can't go on, because if not, we'd be here for a long time. But let me give you a definition. The thing of the second name says a lot about your character. So Coach Carver motivates and inspires others. Coach Walt is leaving behind a legacy with his actions. Stark is a very good leader, the boss, who serves alongside you. And Dennis, well, you all know Dennis. The definition of character is the ability to meet the demands of life, and as a person of faith, is the ability to meet the demands of life according to God's will. How do you work on your character? There are 3 ways to help and continue to build your character, in my opinion. Number 1, integrity. The importance of integrating all parts of life into character. So basically being the same person all areas of life. Let me start with my story here. Going from being a 6A state champion in soccer, being awarded All-State, Defender of the Year, and every award, other awards from individual player. I went from that to being a great player from a Christian university, but also the reason for fist fights and division amongst the team, both my freshman and sophomore year. I'll never forget one day in my freshman year, my captain sat with me at lunch to talk. But let me paint you a picture of this, my captain. His name was Sim, the captain. Who's seen Braveheart? I feel like everybody's seen Braveheart. This guy could be in that movie. He was 6'2", he was from England, he had long hair, so he had the British accent. He had a scar in his face. So this guy is well respected and well intimidated. On top of that, he was All-American in soccer and in tennis. Just how good this guy was. So obviously Sam reached out to talk to me about my laziness, my selfishness, my undisciplined attitude I had in practice in school. I'll never forget when we were in practice one day. The goal was to run 2 miles in 12 minutes. Everybody was busting their butts, working really hard. Some were throwing up, that's how hard they ran. And then there I was, jogging with a smile on my face, holding back, not running as hard as I could, but knowing I was going to start. After that conversation with Sam, speaking to me out of love to help me get on the right track, I left with whatever attitude, which like a lot of us here can relate to that. But let me put a pause to my story and go step 2. Understanding fear. Fear, Proverbs 1:7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instructions. The word fear is more related to respect and obedience, in my opinion. Listening is a big part of respect and obedience. So let me jump back in my story. So the conversation with Sam obviously stuck with me. When I went to go play professional indoor soccer in Kansas City after my sophomore year season, I hired a personal trainer. And to this day, he's a mentor, to help me with my soccer fitness to start with. But however, little did I know the trainer not only trained me physically, but mentally as well. It became a snowball effect with my approach in all areas of my life, being humble, grateful, working hard, being fearless, strengthening my faith in all areas showed my integrity. After a year of professional soccer, I went back to become a Christian. Back to the college to play with some of the same guys for my first 2 years. I had worked not only on my skills, but my character, which enabled me to be voted team captain. Sam no longer was there. I earned the guys' respect, but how I treated them and held myself to a higher standard. We made it to nationals for the first time in school history, and still to this day hold a winning record. All that being said, we did not win nationals. None of us are playing professional soccer, but I did take something away much valuable than a trophy. Step 3, you gotta build it, you got to work on it. Philippians 4:8-9. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Whatever you have learned or received or heard from me or seen in me, put into practice. And the God of peace will be with you. Put into practice. Right? It's easy to build character. It's easy to be a good person, but you must continually work at it and put into practice. You do this focusing on the positive. I tell my guys all the time, don't dwell on the problem, but do so dwell on the solution. It's not hard to be a person of good character. It just takes a lot of discipline and continue working at it. Find a group of friends that will help you build your character for the better. Come talk to me too, or other faculty. We are here as a staff to ensure you are better equipped for life after college, and your character is a huge part of that. My favorite team is Roma from Italy, and they have a quote that says, "For the strength of a pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack." And I'll repeat that. For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. I never going to forget my second name, as my professional coach gave me our last meeting before I went back to Oakland Christian. He goes, "Alex, you're part of the line. What's your second, third, fourth name?" Thank you. God bless.
Good morning, York College. Welcome back. How's everybody doing today? Everybody's excited to be here. Over the break, the women's wrestling team had a great showing at the Missouri Valley Wrestling Tournament. The Lady Panthers had 2 top 8 finishes Emily finished 8th and Marissa finished 5th. The women's wrestling team is currently ranked 13th in the nation. 4 wrestlers in the top 20. You can see them down here. So congratulations to the team and to Kylie, Claire, Emily, and Marissa. Tomorrow, following the lighting of the Christmas tree, which will start at 6:30 p.m., SAB will host open mic night in the spot around 6:45. Please email Jolene what you would like to perform. The spot will be selling holiday-flavored drinks, as well as there will be holiday snacks to eat. See you there. On Wednesday, November 28th, that's 2 days from right now, starting at 6 p.m. in the Freeman Center, the women's wrestling team will be competing against Southwestern, and the men's wrestling team will be wrestling Morningside. Free t-shirts will be thrown into the crowd after every Panther win, so come out and support the women's and men's wrestling teams Wednesday evening this week. This announcement, a couple of big events going on the academic side of things this week. Judges and general helpers are needed this Thursday as nearly 150 high school students will be on campus. Students and faculty are asked to consider helping either in the morning or the afternoon. Please email Mrs. Turnbull. She is sick but hiding in her office waiting for your email saying you will help. Some of you, has she sent out an email to everybody yet? I think she sent that out. I'll encourage her to do that again, but if you can at all help, please do that. These Cultivate events are pretty wonderful things that happen on our campus. And on Friday morning, another opportunity, the annual geography fair will be held right here in this building, 8:30 to 9:45. Mrs. Lonas's cultural geography class will be hosting over 320 children from area schools. If you do not have an 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock class, if you're willing to help, please contact Mrs. Lonas immediately after chapel. Dr. McNeese's classes are canceled today. As he put it, he's stuck in Missouri. Or misery, I'm not sure which. We have a campus visitor today, Weston Kelly from Waco. He's interested in business administration, track and field. Give us a wave down here. Welcome. We have a live announcement from Davi and Conrad, if you can make your way forward, please. And in the meantime, happy birthday, Katie Bell.
Hope y'all had a great break, but now it's time to get back to work and be ready for finals. In case y'all forgot, we have Ignite Excellence tonight, and it starts at 8 p.m. at McGee, and there will be brain food provided.
The professors that will be there, Mrs. Turnbull for nutrition, animal science, and business communication, Dr. Williams for chemistry, Mark Miller for math, and Mrs. O'Neill for English. So please come out tonight at 8 o'clock for Ignite Excellence. See you there.
Just a reminder, we do have Songfest auditions this Thursday evening, 7 p.m. Sign up and forms are available in the music building. If you have questions, please see Mrs. Fraser or Tommy Eckhart. And today is Monday, so please stand for the singing of the alma mater.
On the hill of the rising sun, Center College we hold so dear. Rooted deep is our loyalty, grounded firm is our faith sincere. In our hearts will ever be blue and white, a blessed memory. Through the years our voices raise and praise to thee. All hail your care. Looking down on a busy town, stands the college with aims so high. For the best in our work and sport, we are glad we can sound the cry. In our hearts will ever be blue and white, a blessed memory. Through the years our voices raise and praise to thee. All hail